For the first time in 15 years, a Pro Tour champion will be crowned at a draft table. Not in Modern, in a booster draft. Here's how you win it. This is the complete Marvel Superheroes draft guide for Pro Tour Amsterdam, built on over 415,000 logged games of live draft data. The format, in one breath. Every Pro Tour day is 3 rounds of draft, then 5 of Modern, and Sunday's top 8 is another draft. So this is a draft manual, and the set is Marvel Superheroes, MSH, not last year's Spider-Man set. Chapter 1. The set on the table. 2 structural facts here will shape every draft you play. The pool is 296 cards, 91 commons, 100 uncommons, 60 rares, 25 mythics. Play boosters hold 14 cards, and 27% of packs carry a second rare or better. 1 in 24 packs swaps a common for a source material reprint, comic art cards from the bonus sheet. Most are commander bait, but 3 are genuine limited lottery tickets, Extinction Event, Sword of Fire and Ice, and Defense of the Heart. There is no data on them. If you open one, slam it. And the headline number. By our Scryfall count, 128 distinct legendary creatures, the most ever. Every creature at uncommon and above is legendary, so the legend rule is now a genuine draft consideration. A second copy of a good uncommon is fine. A third is usually one too many. Almost nothing actually cares, though. Super Adaptoid counts your legends for its power, and there's one hammer that asks who is worthy. We'll get to the hammer. Chapter 2. 5 mechanics, ranked by how much they'll actually decide your matches in Amsterdam. Power Up is the mechanic to respect. It's a one-shot activated ability, at least 1+1+1 counter, plus a bonus. And here's the fine print that makes it good twice. Activate it the turn the creature entered, and the cost drops by the creature's mana cost. So Serpent Specialist is a 1-mana Death Toucher early, and late, it's a 3/3 for a green plus 3 and a green. That flexibility is why unassuming power-up commons beat cards picked 3 tables earlier. Aerial Doombot attacks the stalled skies, and Ninja of the Hand is never a dead draw, a body on curve early, a mana sink late. Teamwork is a tap your team kicker. Pay the cost, tap any number of your creatures with total power N, get a bonus. The spells are priced to be castable without it. The bonus is upside, not a deck building demand. The trap is drafting for the mechanic. Agent Maria Hill is basically the lone payoff, and tapping your own blockers can hand your opponent a bigger swing than you got. Plan enchantments are quest cards. Accumulate counters, sacrifice at the threshold for a payoff, and most are too slow. The 2 real ones, Political Triumph, 1 white mana, scrying on every creature you play and popping into a card plus team-wide counters, and Doom Reigns Supreme in a dedicated villain deck. Connive returns in blue-black. Draw, discard, grow if you pitched a non-land card. Fine smoothing, but the density is lower than the signpost suggests, which caps build-arounds like Kang, Temporal Tyrant, and construct a Cosmic Cube. Treat Connive as a bonus on playable cards, not an archetype. The 5 transforming mythics are all bombs. Cheap, castable early, flipping into finishers straight from the battlefield. Monica Rambeau is the best of them, because the back face, Photon, is a 4/4 flying hexproof prowess creature. Removal formats hate the word hexproof. 3 one-offs to know before someone blows you out. Mjolnir leads 4 to a creature on entry, and doubles all damage its bearer deals, and only red or white non-villain legends are worthy, so villains can't lift it. The Mind Stone pays its harness cost once, then blinks one of your permanents every end step, free forever. And Electra sneaks in during the blocker step, tapped, attacking, and destroying a creature with power 3 or less on arrival. Chapter 3. What these games actually feel like, and the 2 skills that decide the close ones. MSH is a tempo-forward mid-range format that stalls on the ground if nobody wins the air. Creature-dense, low-curve decks beat Dirtle piles, but Power-Up keeps boards scaling into turn 10, so the games you don't close early become absurd counter-covered standoffs. The 2 skills that matter, combat math and recognizing the exact turn you become the beatdown. It's, unusually, a bombs format and a removal format at once. The rares endgames on their own. Leader, Super Genius, turns every Connive into extra cards and free bodies. Left alone for 2 turns, he buries any fair deck. Meanwhile, clean answers are scarce, and the table overpays for web up because of it. Bombs first, fair prices for answers. Deck building defaults, 16 to 17 lands, 17 standard, 16 with cheap fixers. 15 to 17 creatures. Bend the curve hard toward 2 and 3, and take the play, every time. Chapter 4. The color pecking order. White first, red last, and 1 default lane worth forcing. White is the best color, and it wins on fundamentals. Murdoch's Crusade exiles the biggest thing on the board, and scales into a 2-for-1. Spy Kit untaps your lone attacker and smooths every turn for 1 mana. Hero in training curves out and replaces itself. Depth, removal, bombs, white has all three. Blue is second on two absurd commons. Deployment Drone is two bodies on one card. It attacks and blocks at the same time. Trickster's Stratagem bounces the blocker and digs you forward. And blue owns the flyers that decide every ground stall. Green is third and climbing because of this card. We won't spam win rates at you, so here's the one that earns it. Undercover Scroll, 60.1%, best common in the set. Why? It fixes any color on turn 2. It enables every greedy splash, and once your graveyard fills, it attacks as a 3/3. Black is fourth, the best cheap removal in the format, with commons a clear notch below its uncommons. And red is fifth by a mile. Here's the lovely tell. Red's best common, Stark Industries Executive, is a 1-drop that makes treasures, a fixer. Red's best card helps you cast other colors' bombs. The color knows what it is. Or, as the guide puts it, red is always open, the way an empty restaurant is open. The best deck is white-blue, at 59% over 99,000 games. Ignore the teamwork label on its signposts. This is a flyers and tempo deck. The best commons, the best removal, evasion over the board stall. It is forcible, and everyone at your pod knows it. Behind it, 3 honest homes. Selesnya floods the board. Nearly every white-green creature is a hero, and the payoffs turn attacks into cards and counters. Orzhov attacks alone and gets paid. Agent 13 turns every solo swing into a clue. And Golgari grinds. Killmonger fills the graveyard and cashes it in. Enabler and payoff in one card. The loser is Rakdos Villains, 7.5 points behind Azorius. Madam Hydra costs 4 mana and does nothing the turn she arrives. In a tempo format, that's a mulligan. And if you must play 3 colors, base it on black-green. The greedy piles just donate their edge. Chapter 5. Pick one, pack one. The bombs, the removal, and the sleepers nobody respects yet. The hierarchy is simple. Bomb, then premium removal, then the best white or blue common. The early snapshots crowned the Superhero Civil War the best card in the set, and the text explains why. It steals up to 2 creatures, pumps your whole team, then fights on the way out. A 3-for-1 for 5 mana. Captain Marvel, flash, flying, lifelink, and her power-up makes her permanently indestructible. The rest of the tier, ranked by what they do to a game. Leader turns card selection into free armies. Dr. Doom, 9 power across 3 bodies, drawing every single turn. Kang takes an extra turn. Jennifer Walters makes your combat step untouchable. Wolverine shrugs off every fight. And Thor is red's one real bomb. 2 colorless cards go in every deck. Iron Man armor auto-attaches, grants flying, and animates into a growing construct late. The Vision takes double strike, indestructible, or a card on every non-creature spell you cast. Removal, ranked for the table. Dark Deed first. 2 mana, instant speed, -4/-4. It kills almost everything this format plays. Hour of Defeat. Destroy anything. At common, no strings attached. Murdoch's Crusade exiles the big one. And Web Up is a good card at a first pick price. Let someone else pay it. Now read this twice. Avengers Tower wins 59.7% of its games. And it's a land. The 3 uncommon lands cost you literally nothing and generate value all game. Tower digs for heroes. Villainous Hideout connives a villain every single turn. The Sleepers. Rapid Rescue nearly wheels every pack. And it rescues 2 bodies out of 1 card, which is exactly how you win the races. Ninja of the Hand keeps arriving late for the same silly reason. It looks plain. And Atlantis Attacks reads clunky, then plays like a finisher. 2 threats from 1 card. And Storm Windrider hard counters the best deck in the format. Creatures with flying can't attack you, and they can't block yours. That is a sentence Azorius cannot beat without an immediate answer. Now the traps. Ultron Drone. Week 1 guides called it a staple. The live data calls it coin flip magic. Supervillain Lockup only exiles tapped creatures, so your opponent picks the timing and you pay the card. And Spider-Man, to the rescue, protects creatures that are not attacking, in a format that rewards attacking. Defense for the wrong game plan. The deeper trap shelf holds up too. Thanos costs 3 colors with a 6-pip power-up. That's a mana base, not a card. And the 10 rings is 8 mana that never touches the board. In draft, anyway. Hold that thought. Chapter 6. The Receipts. Everything you just heard in one wall of live data. 17 lands, July 9th, All players, 415,000 games. The receipts, and the story inside them. Azorius on top, the best commons plus evasion, with Captain America untapping your attackers and Spider-Woman locking blockers down. Selesnia's heroes flood the board. Counters and graveyards carry the midfield. Killmonger both fills and cashes yours. And that gap at the bottom? Madam Hydra doing nothing on turn 4. That's the whole story. The best common in every color, one more time, fast. Skrull fixes your mana, then swings. The drone brings a friend to both sides of combat. Murdoch's Crusade exiles the fattest thing on the board. Cruel Alliance kills and heals. And Stark's Executive pays for everyone else's bombs. One structural warning hiding in the games column. It's a popularity poll. Azorius has been drafted more than 6 times as often as Gruul. At a Pro Tour pod, everyone has read the same data. The fight over white-blue is real. And a consolation for your wallet. These packs pay rent past Sunday. Jennifer Walters is already in 12% of the last month's standard top cut lists, and still climbing. Thor sits at 1.8. And the 10 Rings, a trap in draft, is a modern big mana engine at 1.8%. Context is everything. Final chapter. The plan for the actual seat. Signals, splashes, and the miniature combos. Force white-blue until the table says no. The tell that it's open? Premium white or blue commons. Hero in training, deployment drone, tricksters. Arriving pick 5 or later. The tell that it's not? 5 picks in, no playable white. That's a real signal. Pivot into Selesnya, Orzhov, or chronically underdrafted Golgari. Splash aggressively. But splash, don't add a color. The fixing is absurd for a small set. A land cycler in every color, a gain duel for every pair, surveillance room, Quinjet, Skrull. But the data draws one hard line. A third color costs you about 3 points of win rate. A splash is 1 or 2 single pip cards off 2 duels and a cycler. A third color is a donation. Know the miniature combos. Mjolnir on Thor, a worthy flying 5/5 whose doubled triggers start one-shotting blockers. Captain America's shield on Wings of Freedom, +0/+8, and his attack trigger now hands every other hero +9/+9. An undercover Skrull on 2 into Alien Invasion on 3. After that, the aliens never stop coming. On defense, track your opponent's untapped power. Teamwork telegraphs its own tricks. Widow's Bite, Helicarrier Strike, We Say Thee Nay all key off it. And relax about Cruel Alliance mid-combat. It's a sorcery. Nobody is ambushing you with a sorcery. A sealed footnote for your last chance qualifiers. Slower games, bombs matter even more, aggro is harder to assemble. You'll usually land on 2 colors and a splash at 17 to 18 lands. Bottom line, white-blue until told otherwise. Bombs over everything, fair prices for removal, curve at 2 and 3, 16 to 17 lands, and always on the play. The full guide with every table is on deckcortex.com. And Sunday morning, 8 players, 1 draft table, 15 years. Set an alarm.